Okay guys, so I'm getting around to using this Braun neck light, and I used it for 5 hours. I did a review on this, so this is going to be an update on that review. I used it for 5 hours. All right, first of all, in that review I actually corrected myself with the whole dimming feature, the selections of bright to lower brightness, and basically it's got to be on, and then you press it. You keep on pressing it, and it cycles through from bright to dim, dimmer to dimmer to dimmer to off. And I gotta say, that's really not a normal thing. It's not a negative thing. I wouldn't say it's a negative thing, but normally what happens with these lights is you press it once and it's bright, press it 2 times, or you press it once and it's lower brightness, you press it 2 times and it's higher brightness, and you press it again and it's off. This one has a dimming feature where it goes through a whole spectrum of dim, from brightness to dark, and you can just pretty much, it goes through that spectrum. Which, would I give that, is that a negative, is that positive? You know what, I think I would use that feature a bit more if they have a 2 clicks, 1 click for brightness, 2 clicks for lower brightness, because I've cycled through it a couple of times and sometimes it turns off, and you can't really be 100% clear at the brightness. I mean, so is it a negative? I'm not going to consider that a negative. It's just different. Maybe a minor negative, I don't know. It's just different. Anyway, the battery is awesome. I had it fully charged, used it for 4.5 hours, and it was still pretty bright. And it kind of dimmed out at the end. I think it dimmed out at the end. I'm not quite sure. It started dimming out at the end, but it was the battery is awesome. But generally speaking, it's a lithium-ion battery for this, and when you start out, it should be awesome. Okay, so as a neck light, if you put it on your neck, this usage makes it very usable, practical as a neck light. Because I've had a cheap version of this from, I bought this from a cheaper version of this, like a no brand name cheap version from Braun Factory, and it didn't have this feature. In fact, I think it actually had the flex feature on the, what is this called? Whatever this is, but it had a flex feature and that wasn't working too well. This is solid. You could use it as a neck light and it would be practical in usage. All right. Now, I had this on my ears for the majority of the time, and I will tell you, if you have this on your ears for more than 30 minutes, you start getting the lower skin on your ear starts getting irritated. You're gonna get an irritation, and then from irritation to just painful on your ear. Now, would it be great if they actually had a little cushiony thing here? I don't know. I mean, I don't normally have something on my ears, sitting on my ears for that long of a period of time where I can actually tell you guys the difference, whether having a cushion thing on here would actually make a difference. I don't know. But it wasn't made for, I mean, if you guys read the title, the label on the packages, it wasn't made for like having it sit on your ear, but it does have a little curvature where you can actually sit it on your ear. And I had it sitting on my ear for a good couple hours working on my truck. And another thing, so I used this for a good, from 2 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. So that's a good usage. That's a good amount of time of usage on this, and I will tell you guys that it's held up pretty good. The whole ear thing was, after a while it started getting really painful as far as having to sit on my ear, but it wasn't meant for that purpose. So usability wise, it's excellent for what it is. I do put it on my ear even though it hurts. I prefer it on my, because you can direct the light exactly where at eye level, versus on your neck. You gotta adjust the light itself. But aside from that, as an update, there's really not much negative that I could say about it. I mean, I bought it like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I used it the day afterwards, and it seems to be sturdy. It seems to be great for what it is. For 30 bucks, I would give this a thumbs up for 30 bucks. And like I said in my other video, the other light that I had that I bought from Harbor Freight for like, it was a 4-head light, and the only problem I had with that was that it kept on messing up my hair. Like after usage for like a couple hours, I had this like flat line down my hair, and that was the only issue that I had with that, because that light is bright, that light works, no problem. Even if you guys are, have like a buzz cut, you're gonna have a huge line down your hair. But whatever, like whatever. But and on top of that, the whole strap thing was, the whole strap thing, I had a hard time adjusting the strap with that, and you can't wash it. It gets dirty, you can't wash it. This you can wipe. That's the other thing that's a positive about this, because a lot of people who use these kind of lights actually work on projects, mechanic projects, etc., and you can always wipe this with a wipe if it gets dirty and stuff like that. And that's a plus. That is a plus, because that other light, you can't just drop it in a washing machine, and you can't just wipe it with a wipe, because it ends up getting pretty dirty. What else could I say about this? There's really nothing else. You can't actually find another one of something like this at Walmart, anywhere else. They have it at Harbor Freight. It's from Braun. It's very usable. I do give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars after like 3 days of usage. Hopefully the battery lasts long. Hopefully the battery lasts for a while. So anyway, that's the update. If you guys have any questions, comment, your own personal use of this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff. All right, guys. Take care.